Imagine for a moment that the world around you is not exactly as it seems, that every sight, every sound, every sensation you experience is not a fixed external reality but a living, shifting creation of your own inner beliefs. What if the reality you perceive is not merely handed to you on a silver platter by the universe, but is in fact the secret masterpiece that you actively create every single day? This is the secret way to create your reality, one that you are not supposed to know, yet its wisdom has been hidden in plain sight for centuries. For centuries, there have been secrets so deep that they have been concealed beneath layers of history and doctrine, waiting patiently for the right moment to emerge. Imagine a knowledge that was subtly erased from sacred texts, an ancient teaching that might have been an essential part of early spiritual thought, but was later suppressed and buried under decrees and councils. What if I told you that reincarnation, the idea that our soul lives multiple lives, may have once been woven into the fabric of the Bible itself, only to be banished as a truth too expansive for a rigid dogma? This same secret, too, pertains to the power to create your reality, a truth so profound that it challenges everything you believe about the nature of existence. Since birth, we have been taught to see the world as a solid, unchanging reality, something external and separate from us. Yet what if that separation is nothing more than an illusion? What if what you call reality is merely a mirror reflecting your innermost convictions, your deepest beliefs? Consider this: the world you experience every moment, every encounter is not simply the work of your conscious mind, but an expression of your entire being. Science, that ever-inquisitive tool of reason, has begun to question this fixed view. Quantum physics, the fascinating frontier of modern knowledge, has revealed that the observer influences the observed, that in the act of observation, what was once a sea of infinite possibilities collapses into a singular, concrete event. In the famous double-slit experiment, electrons behave like waves when unobserved, creating interference patterns. Yet when an observer is present, they appear as particles, choosing a specific path. This astonishing fact reveals that the world is not fixed until your conscious attention intervenes. It is your gaze, your perception, that shapes reality. Now, extend that idea to your inner world. Your beliefs act as invisible lenses that filter and shape every experience. What you believe about the world, about others, and about yourself ultimately creates the reality you live. You are not merely a passive observer of a pre-existing universe. You are an active creator, the observer whose thoughts and expectations collapse infinite possibilities into the life you experience. This is the secret way to create your reality through the power of belief. Every idea you hold, every conviction you nurture, is a building block of your world. From the moment you were born, you absorbed ideas about what is possible and impossible. These beliefs, often inherited from family, culture, and society, seeped deep into your subconscious and began to shape your perceptions. They tell you whether people are trustworthy or not, whether money flows easily, or if you must labor endlessly for a meager return. They dictate how you interact with others, how you view opportunities, and even how you understand your own potential. For instance, if you believe that making friends is hard, or that you are unworthy of love, then that is precisely the reality you will experience. And just as the observer in the double-slit experiment collapses the wave function into a particular outcome, your beliefs collapse the infinite field of potential into specific, concrete experiences. But here's the profound twist. While you may believe these ideas are fixed, they are, in fact, malleable. They are not an unchangeable fate imposed upon you by an indifferent universe. They are simply the accumulated echoes of past experiences that can be reshaped. The secret, then, lies in understanding that you are the creator of your reality. You hold the power to alter your perceptions, to change the underlying beliefs that dictate your experience of life. It is not a matter of wishful thinking. It is a matter of consciously choosing to view the world in a different light. Consider the words of Albert Ellis, a pioneering psychologist who asserted, "It's not the events that disturb us, but our view of them." Your interpretation of events determines your emotional response. If you believe that the world is hostile, you will see challenges at every turn. But if you believe that the universe is abundant and favorable, opportunities will appear where once there were only obstacles. Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can, you're right." This is the essence of creating your reality. The conviction you hold in your heart manifests in your world. Yet, despite the clarity of this idea, many of us remain trapped in limiting beliefs. Our minds, shaped by years of conditioning, often cling to the familiar, even if it brings pain and limitation. The subconscious mind, conditioned by the collective programming of society, can be a formidable force, dictating our actions and reactions without our conscious consent. But science has shown us that we can reprogram our brain. Neuroscience reveals that our beliefs are deeply embedded in our neural pathways. Every repeated thought strengthens a connection in our brain, making it increasingly difficult to change. But just as those pathways were formed, they can be remodeled. The placebo effect is a powerful demonstration of this. When you believe something will work, even if it is a sugar pill, your body responds accordingly. This is evidence that your mind can create tangible changes in your reality. Mindfulness and meditation practices offer a direct route to reprogramming your beliefs. By quieting the mind and focusing on the present moment, you can begin to dismantle the old, limiting patterns that have held you captive. In those moments of deep, quiet introspection, you may experience a profound sense of liberation, a glimpse of the infinite potential that lies within you. When you allow yourself to be fully present, free from the incessant chatter of the conditioned mind, you create a space where the true essence of who you are can emerge. You become aware that the world is not something that happens to you. It is something you create through your perceptions, your thoughts, and your emotions. Yet, reprogramming your reality is not an abstract process reserved for mystics or scientists alone. It is a practical, everyday tool. The secret way to create your reality is available to you right now, in the choices you make each moment. Consider your relationship with money. If you believe that money is something that must be hoarded through endless labor, then you will experience scarcity and struggle. However, if you choose to believe that money flows naturally into your life, that it is a resource available to you with ease and abundance, then you begin to open yourself up to the possibility of wealth. Similarly, if you believe that forming meaningful relationships is an arduous task, you will continue to experience loneliness and isolation. But if you hold the belief that love and friendship are abundant and that you are inherently worthy of them, then the universe will mirror that truth back to you. This concept of belief as a creative force is not new. It has been echoed throughout history by spiritual leaders, philosophers, and mystics. Pythagoras and Plato, for example, taught that the soul is immortal and that each life is an opportunity for growth. Ancient Hindu texts speak of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, where the actions of one life influence the next through the law of karma. And yet, modern science has begun to validate what these ancient traditions have long asserted, that our consciousness actively shapes the physical world. The famous double-slit experiment in quantum physics is a powerful illustration of this principle. Electrons, when unobserved, behave like waves of probability, but when an observer is present, their behavior collapses into a definitive particle state. This simple experiment challenges our classical notion of reality, suggesting that the act of observation, the focused attention of consciousness, plays a critical role in creating the world we experience. The implications of this discovery are profound. It means that the outer world is not a static, independent entity, but a dynamic interplay between what is observed and the observer. In other words, the reality you perceive is co-created by your mind. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, becomes a brushstroke in the canvas of your life. When you choose to believe in the abundance of opportunities, when you nurture thoughts of love, hope, and possibility, you actively shape the experiences that come your way. Conversely, when you allow fear, doubt, and negativity to dominate your thoughts, you inadvertently mold a reality filled with limitations and obstacles. This understanding is not merely theoretical, it is a call to action. It invites you to examine your own beliefs, to question the narratives that have been handed down to you, and to reclaim the power to create your own reality. It is about recognizing that you are not a passive recipient of life's circumstances, but an active participant, the architect of your own destiny. It is a secret way that has been hidden in plain sight, buried under layers of conventional thinking and dogma. But now, with the insights of quantum physics and ancient spiritual wisdom converging, you have the opportunity to awaken to this truth. Consider, for instance, the impact of your daily affirmations. When you repeatedly tell yourself, "I am worthy of abundance, I have the power to create my reality," or "I choose to see the beauty in every moment," you are not simply engaging in positive self-talk. You are rewiring your brain, reinforcing neural pathways that favor optimism, creativity, and resilience. Over time, these practices shift your internal frequency, aligning you with the vibrations of possibility. In the same way that the observer in a quantum experiment collapses a range of potential outcomes into one observable result, your focused attention and unwavering belief collapse the infinite possibilities of your life into the reality that you desire. Yet this process is not instantaneous. It is a gradual unfolding, a deep, meditative journey into the very core of your being. It requires patience, persistence, and above all, a willingness to let go of old, limiting beliefs. You may have spent years, perhaps even decades, accepting the world as it is, unaware that every moment offers you the chance to reshape your destiny. But once you begin to see that your reality is not a fixed construct but a fluid, ever-changing creation of your inner state, you will start to embrace the secret way to create your reality. This secret is not reserved for a select few, it is inherent in every human being. It is the realization that you are the creator, that you have the power to choose what you believe, and that in doing so, you mold the very fabric of your existence. The challenge, however, lies in breaking free from the conditioning that has been instilled in you from childhood, the constant messages that tell you that reality is something external, immutable, something you must adapt to rather than create. The truth is, once you begin to question these assumptions, once you start to see that the boundaries you once thought were absolute are, in fact, fluid and malleable, you will find that the power to change your life has always been within you. Throughout history, many spiritual traditions have taught that the key to transformation lies in the cultivation of self-awareness and the disciplined practice of techniques that allow you to tap into your creative power. Meditation, mindfulness, and visualization are not merely relaxation techniques. They are potent tools that help you access the deeper layers of your consciousness, where the seeds of your future reality are sown. When you engage in these practices, you are not escaping from the world, but diving into it, discovering that beneath the surface of everyday existence lies an infinite field of potential, waiting for your touch to manifest into something tangible. Modern psychology and neuroscience have begun to validate these ancient insights. Research in neuroplasticity shows that the brain is remarkably adaptable, capable of rewiring itself in response to new experiences and patterns of thought. Every time you choose a new belief, every time you consciously shift your perspective, you are not just changing your mindset, you are altering the very architecture of your brain. This scientific understanding reinforces what the mystics have known for millennia, that the power to create your reality is not an abstract concept, but a concrete, physiological process that you can harness through intentional thought and practice. The secret way to create your reality, then, is about reclaiming your role as the master of your own existence. It is about understanding that the world you see is a reflection of your inner landscape. If you want to change your reality, start by transforming your inner world. Ask yourself, what beliefs are holding me back? Which assumptions about myself and the world no longer serve me? And more importantly, what new truths am I willing to embrace? As you delve into these questions, you will begin to dismantle the old paradigms that have confined you, and in their place, you will create a new, expansive framework that honors your true potential. In the realm of quantum physics, the concept of the observer effect tells us that reality does not exist in a fixed form until it is observed. Similarly, in your life, the reality you experience is not predetermined. It is a dynamic, interactive process that unfolds as you engage with it. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every decision you make contributes to the unfolding tapestry of your existence. The power lies in your awareness, your ability to observe your own thoughts without being consumed by them, to witness your emotions without judgment, and to act with clarity and intention. This is the secret, a truth that has been hidden beneath layers of conditioning and dogma. You are not a mere passenger in the journey of life, but the pilot steering the course of your destiny. Yet this awakening is not without its challenges. The systems of belief that have been in place for centuries, both external doctrines and internalized convictions, can be incredibly resistant to change. The journey toward creating your reality requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to confront the deep-seated fears that have held you captive. You may encounter moments of doubt, times when the old voices whisper that change is impossible, that you are not worthy of the reality you desire. In those moments, remember that every transformation, no matter how profound, begins with a single step, a decision to question, to let go, and to open yourself to the possibility of a new way of being. The secret way to create your reality is, at its core, an invitation to live authentically. It calls you to shed the layers of conditioning that obscure your true self and to embrace the boundless potential that lies within. It is a call to rise above the limitations imposed by external circumstances, to see every experience as an opportunity for growth and evolution. It is the realization that your inner world is the true source of your power, and that by nurturing it, you can manifest a life that reflects your deepest dreams and highest aspirations. Throughout history, countless mystics, sages, and visionaries have spoken of this power. They have taught that when you align your beliefs, your thoughts, and your actions with the truth of who you are, you become a magnet for miracles. Not miracles in the sense of supernatural interventions, but in the way that opportunities, synchronicities, and profound shifts occur naturally when you live in harmony with your inner truth. The secret is not to strive for perfection or to force outcomes. It is to allow yourself to be a conscious co-creator in the unfolding of your own life. Imagine a world where every challenge is met with the confidence that you have the power to transform it, where every setback is seen as a stepping stone towards something greater, and where every moment is imbued with the possibility of profound change. This is the reality that awaits you when you tap into the secret way of creating your reality, a reality where you are free from the limitations of the past, where the future is not predetermined by external forces, and where your true potential is realized with each deliberate, conscious thought. This journey is deeply personal and uniquely yours. It is not a formula that can be handed down as a rigid set of rules. It is an art, a creative process that you must cultivate through self-reflection, practice, and a relentless commitment to personal growth. As you begin to understand that the world you experience is a mirror of your inner beliefs, you will find that the power to change your circumstances lies not in external control, but in the transformation of your own consciousness. The secret way to create your reality is to recognize that every belief you hold, every expectation you set, acts as a lens through which you perceive the world. By choosing to adopt empowering beliefs, those that affirm your worth, your capacity for growth, and your inherent connection to the universe, you begin to shift the very fabric of your existence. You start to see opportunities where once you saw obstacles, abundance where there was scarcity, and love where there was fear. And as your inner world transforms, so too does your outer reality, reflecting back the truth that you are indeed the architect of your own destiny. Science, too, offers us a window into this profound truth. Quantum physics, with its startling revelations about the nature of reality, demonstrates that the act of observation, the very focus of our attention, plays a crucial role in shaping the physical world. The famous double-slit experiment shows that particles exist in a state of probability until they are observed, at which point they assume a definite form. This fundamental principle suggests that reality is not something static or predetermined. It is created moment by moment by the observer. In the same way, your focused attention, your deliberate intention, collapses the myriad possibilities of your life into the concrete experiences that you live each day. This understanding transforms the way you view everyday events. No longer are you a passive recipient of a fixed reality. You become an active participant in a creative process. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs intertwine with the fabric of the universe, co-creating a world that mirrors your innermost state. This is not mere fantasy, it is the profound insight offered by both ancient wisdom and modern science. When you truly grasp that you are the observer, that your consciousness is the sculptor of your reality, you unlock a secret power that has been hidden from you all along. Yet with such power comes great responsibility. The reality you create is a direct reflection of your inner world. If you nurture fear, doubt, and negativity, you will manifest a world filled with limitations and suffering. But if you cultivate love, hope, and unwavering belief in your potential, you will build a reality that overflows with abundance, joy, and infinite possibility. The secret, therefore, lies in the careful curation of your beliefs, the conscious decision to let go of those that no longer serve you, and to embrace those that elevate your spirit. This process of transformation is not instantaneous. It is a lifelong journey of continuous learning and self-discovery. Every moment offers you the chance to reprogram your mind, to reshape the neural pathways that have been reinforced by years of conditioning. It requires persistence, patience, and a deep commitment to living truthfully. It is a secret way that has been whispered by sages and mystics through the ages, a secret that tells you that the world is not a prison, but a canvas, and that you hold the brush. In the end, the secret to creating your reality is about reclaiming your innate power to choose, to dream, and to manifest. It is the realization that you are not confined by the limitations of your past, nor are you at the mercy of external forces. You are the creator of your own existence. Every thought, every belief, every action is a thread in the tapestry of your life, woven together by the creative force of your consciousness. When you begin to understand this, you will see that the secret way to create your reality is not a hidden trick or a mystical formula. It is simply the recognition of your own limitless potential and the courage to live by that truth. So, if you are ready to break free from the chains of old programming, if you are prepared to step into the role of the conscious creator, then open your mind and heart to the possibilities that lie before you. Embrace the power of your beliefs and let them guide you to a reality that is vibrant, dynamic, and uniquely your own. As you embark on this journey, remember that every day is an opportunity to rewrite your story, to dissolve the boundaries between the observer and the observed, and to create a life that resonates with the deepest truth of your being. In the silent spaces between thoughts, in the moments of stillness when you allow your inner light to shine forth, you will discover that the reality you have always known is but a shadow of the infinite potential that lies within you. You are not merely a bystander in the cosmic dance of existence, you are the dancer, the choreographer, the one who holds the power to shape every step of the performance. And that, dear friend, is the secret way to create your reality, a secret that has been kept hidden, waiting for you to awaken to its profound truth. As you walk this path, let your actions be guided by the knowledge that the universe responds to the frequency of your beliefs. When you hold a belief in your own worth and capability, when you trust that life is an ever-unfolding series of miracles waiting to be revealed, you set in motion a process of transformation that is both subtle and immense. The journey may be challenging, and old patterns may try to pull you back into the familiar, but remember that every moment you choose to act from a place of love, courage, and possibility, you are affirming your power as a creator. The secret to creating your reality is not about forcing outcomes or rigidly controlling every circumstance. It is about aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe. It is about trusting that when you live in harmony with your innermost truth, when you release the need to cling to what no longer serves you, You allow the abundant, ever-changing beauty of existence to unfold. Every challenge you face is not a roadblock, but an invitation to grow, to evolve, to refine your understanding of who you are and what is possible. This journey of conscious creation is a profound act of rebellion against the limitations imposed by external authorities and ancient dogmas. It is a declaration that you will no longer accept a reality defined by fear, scarcity, or conformity. Instead, you choose to embrace a world where your inner light guides you, where your beliefs shape your destiny, and where every experience is a chance to manifest the infinite potential of your soul. There are moments in life when you may feel overwhelmed, as if the weight of the world is pressing down on you, as if the vast array of possibilities is too much to bear. In these moments, remember that within you lies a wellspring of untapped power, a reservoir of creative energy that is waiting to be harnessed. Through practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and deliberate visualization, you can tap into this inner reservoir, recalibrating your mind to resonate with the truth that you are the architect of your reality. Scientific research supports this ancient wisdom. Studies in quantum physics have shown that the act of observation plays a crucial role in shaping reality. The double-slit experiment, for example, reveals that particles behave differently when observed, suggesting that the conscious act of observation collapses the myriad possibilities into one concrete outcome. This fascinating phenomenon points to the inherent link between consciousness and the fabric of reality, a link that ancient sages intuitively understood and which modern science is only beginning to unravel. Moreover, neuroscience tells us that our brain is incredibly plastic, meaning it can change and adapt in response to our thoughts and experiences. When you repeatedly engage in practices that nurture positive beliefs, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, you are not merely engaging in self-help rhetoric. You are actually rewiring your brain. The neural pathways that support fear, doubt, and negativity can be gradually replaced by those that foster confidence, creativity, and joy. Over time, this transformation in your brain's architecture directly influences the reality you experience, turning your inner beliefs into your external truth. Throughout history, the secret way to create your reality has been whispered by mystics, philosophers, and spiritual teachers. They have taught that the world is a reflection of your inner state, that by changing your thoughts and beliefs, you can transform the world around you. This wisdom has been passed down through generations, encoded in sacred texts, and transmitted through oral traditions. And yet, in the modern world, much of this profound knowledge has been obscured by dogma, commercial interests, and a culture that values material success over inner fulfillment. It is time, therefore, to reclaim that secret, the secret that you are not a passive observer, but an active creator of your reality. As you continue on your journey, remember that the power to shape your destiny lies within you. Every moment, every thought, every decision is an opportunity to manifest the life you truly desire. When you let go of limiting beliefs and embrace the infinite potential of your consciousness, you step into a realm where miracles become the norm and where every experience is a testament to your creative power. It is in this state of alignment where your inner world harmonizes with the outer that you discover the secret way to create your reality. So open your mind to the possibilities that lie before you. Challenge the narratives that have been imposed upon you by society, by history, and by your own past experiences. Embrace the understanding that reality is fluid, that it is shaped by the interplay of your beliefs and the world's infinite potential. Trust that when you focus on love, on hope, and on the boundless capacity for growth within you, the universe will respond in kind, offering you opportunities, synchronicities, and blessings that transcend your wildest dreams. In this process, never underestimate the power of a single thought or a single moment of clarity. Sometimes, it is in the quiet, unremarkable moments, a deep breath, a silent pause, a fleeting insight that the most profound shifts occur. These are the moments when the noise of everyday life subsides and you can hear the gentle whisper of your own soul, reminding you of your true nature and the limitless potential that resides within. Remember, too, that you are not alone on this journey. Across time and space, countless souls have embarked on the same quest for truth and freedom. Their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs serve as beacons of light, guiding you on your path. And though the wisdom they offer may come in many forms through ancient texts, through modern science, or through the silent presence of a wise teacher, the underlying message remains the same. You have the power to create your reality, to shape your destiny, and to live a life that is not dictated by external forces but by the profound, limitless energy within you. As you absorb this truth, allow yourself to be transformed from the inside out. Cultivate a mindset of possibility and abundance. Replace every limiting belief with one that affirms your worth, your capability, and your divine potential. Recognize that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, every setback a chance to learn, and every success a stepping stone toward a greater realization of your inner power. The secret way to create your reality is not hidden in some far-off mystical realm. It is here, in the very fabric of your consciousness. It is the understanding that you are both the observer and the creator, that your perception directly influences the world you experience. When you fully grasp this, you no longer see life as a series of random events or as an unchangeable fate. Instead, you see it as a dynamic dance, a continuous interplay between your inner state and the outer world, where every moment is an invitation to co-create your existence. In conclusion, the secret way to create your reality that you are not supposed to know is a profound truth that lies at the inner shan of ancient wisdom and modern science. It is the realization that your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions are the very building blocks of the world you inhabit. It is the power to transform your life by simply changing the way you perceive and interact with the world around you. This secret, though often obscured by layers of conditioning and outdated dogma, is available to each and every one of us. All it requires is the courage to look within, to challenge what you've been taught, and to embrace the infinite potential that lies within your own mind. So, open your eyes to the truth that the reality you experience is not fixed, but is fluid and ever-changing, shaped by the creative force of your consciousness. Embrace the role of the observer, the creator, and the master of your own destiny. As you begin to consciously design your life, remember that every thought, every belief, every decision is a step toward manifesting the reality you truly desire. This is your secret, a secret that has been hidden from you, not out of malice, but because its revelation would upend everything you thought you knew about the world. And yet, in its unveiling, it offers you the greatest gift of all, the power to create a life of boundless possibility, where every moment is a testament to your infinite potential. Let this message inspire you to break free from the confines of conventional wisdom. Let it ignite a spark within you that compels you to challenge the status quo and to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. As you navigate the complexities of life, may you always remember that you are the architect of your reality, the artist of your own destiny, and that the power to shape your world lies within the depths of your own being. The universe is waiting for you to step into your true power, to embrace your role as a co-creator of this magnificent reality, and to live a life that reflects the deepest truths of your soul. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the secret way to create your reality, a journey that transcends the ordinary and invites you to witness the miraculous interplay of consciousness and creation. May you walk this path with courage, with wisdom, and with an unwavering belief in your own divine potential. And as you do, may you discover that the secret you once thought was forbidden is, in fact, the very key to unlocking a life of profound freedom, joy, and endless possibility.